Want to speak real Chinese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ChineseClass101.com.
Hi, my name is Ray. Welcome to Chinese Top Words. Today we are going to learn top 10 phrases you need for a date in Chinese. The first one, 我晚上可以请你吃个饭吗? Can I buy you dinner tonight? 我晚上可以请你吃个饭吗? Can I buy you dinner tonight? 吃饭 means have dinner, have meals, have lunch. 吃饭, 吃, eat. 饭 means meals. 吃饭 means having dinner, having lunch, having 3 meals. It's all 吃饭. So, 请吃饭 means I will pay. 请吃饭. 我请你吃饭. 你 means you. 我请你吃饭. 我请他吃饭. 他 means he. So, I will buy him dinner. I will buy you dinner. Buy you dinner. 请你吃饭. Buy him dinner. 请他吃饭. 请吃饭 means I will pay. 请吃饭 I will pay. 这个周末有空吗? Are you free this weekend? 这个周末有空吗? Are you free this weekend? Actually, comparing to this question, personally, I think you can ask, 你是周六有空还是周日有空? Are you free on Saturday or Sunday? So you actually leave the person you want to date, A or B. But if you ask, 这个周末有空吗? You leave like yes or no. So they have another choice, which is no. But if you say, 你是周六有空还是周日有空? Are you free on Saturday or Sunday? So both are yes. So it's a trick. 我们去 K 歌吧. Let's go to karaoke. 我们去 K 歌吧. Let's go to karaoke. Karaoke is very popular in China. I think karaoke in China is the best because the machine in karaoke place are very cool and new and easy to use. And we have songs from all over the world. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really recommend you to go to karaoke with your friends and your date. 你太可爱了. You're so cute. 你太可爱了. 你太可爱了. You're so cute. 你真美. You look so beautiful. 你真美. You look so beautiful. It's more written language. I think 你长得很漂亮 is pretty enough. 你很漂亮. You're pretty. 你真美 is too official and a little unnatural. 你今晚玩得开心吗? Did you have a good time tonight? 你今晚玩得开心吗? Did you have a good time tonight? So after you hang out with your date, you can ask how he feels, how she feels about tonight. You can say, 你今晚玩得开心吗? 你吃饱了吗? Did you get enough to eat? 你吃饱了吗? Did you get enough to eat? Usually we do not ask this question, but I think it's kind of a necessary question in the date because usually dating place is kind of expensive and you get a small portion. So maybe you still want ramen after dating. 我载你回家. I will drive you home. 我载你回家. I will drive you home. More commonly used in the States, I think. 我送你回家. It's more common, I guess, like I will take you home by bus or by train or by taxi. 我载你回家 is like I will drive you home. 明天我们什么时候见? What time shall we meet tomorrow? 明天我们什么时候见? What time shall we meet tomorrow? 到家了告诉我. Let me know when you get home. 到家了告诉我. Let me know when you get home. I like this sentence. It sounds very considerate. Yeah. Thank you for watching today's top Chinese words. And let us know in the comment what kind of dating words you want to learn in Chinese. And I will reply to you. Don't forget to subscribe to ChineseClass101.com. I will see you there. Bye. Hi, everybody. I'm Ray from ChineseClass101.com. Do you know how to say I love you in Chinese? In this lesson, you will learn 3 different ways to say I love you and a special phrase for Valentine's Day. Let's start with the most common phrase. 我爱你，我爱你。I love you. This phrase is direct. You should use it only when you are confessing your love. If you want to be less direct, you can use this phrase. 你对我而言如此重要。你对我而言如此重要。It means you mean so much to me. Now, if you want to be more romantic in expressing your love for someone, you can say this phrase. 无法用言语来形容我对你的爱。无法用言语来形容我对你的爱。It means words cannot describe my love for you. Now you know 3 different ways to say I love you in Chinese. And here's one more. What if you want to spend Valentine's Day with someone special? In that case, you can say, 你愿意与我共度情人节吗？你愿意与我共度情人节吗？ It means, would you like to spend Valentine's Day with me? Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we've learned. Listen to the expression and repeat after me. I love you. 我爱你。我爱你。You mean so much to me. 你对我而言如此重要。你对我而言如此重要。Words cannot describe my love for you. 无法用言语来形容我对你的爱。无法用言语来形容我对你的爱。Would you like to spend Valentine's Day with me? 你愿意与我共度情人节吗？你愿意与我共度情人节吗？ Well done! Here's a fun fact. Do you know there is a Singles Day in China? In response to Valentine's Day, an interesting holiday called Singles Day, 光棍节, has developed in China. On November 11th, people who are not in a relationship come together to celebrate their single status. Hanging out, eating, drinking, and watching movies are the most common events of the day. You just learned 3 different ways to say I love you in Chinese and 1 special phrase for Valentine's Day. Pick up lines. Oh, I don't know how to do this. I'll see you next time. 再见.
Hello everyone, Emil here. Welcome to our Chinese whiteboard lessons. Today we're going to compare 2 similar words. They are used between words and phrases to indicate alternatives. In English, it's usually translated as or. So we have 还是 and 或者. They can both mean or. So how do we know when to use 或者 and when to use 还是? How do we tell them apart? Here's a very simple rule. It all depends if you have a question or a statement. In a question, we use 还是. 还是 is used in questions. And in a statement, we use 或者. So here's some examples. The first one, 你是喝咖啡还是喝茶? So, would you like to drink coffee or tea? Here, question mark, 问号. It means it's a question. 是一个问句，那 use 还是。In the question, you use 还是。And here, 咖啡或者茶都可以。Coffee or tea can both work. Here, statement, 句号 period, statement. So we use 或者。Here, another example. 今天是星期三还是星期四？问号。It's a question, so we use 还是。Is today Wednesday or Thursday? 你星期三或者星期四来都行。句号 period. It's a statement. So that means you can come either on Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, let's look at this one. You see a question mark, so it's a question. You know, automatically, you most likely gonna be using 还是。这把伞是你的还是我的？这把伞 means this umbrella. 伞 means umbrella, and the measure word or the counter we use before 伞 is 把。这把伞是你的还是我的？ Is this umbrella yours or mine? And here we see a period. It's a statement. So we use 或者. And this sentence means 手机或者电脑上都能看。You can watch it either on the phone or computer. So here, big difference, question or statement. 还是 in questions and 或者 in statements. Okay, the next difference is in everyday language or in colloquial language or speech, you can usually omit 或者. For example, 茶或者咖啡或者茶都行。咖啡茶都行，都可以，都可以。Well, when you're writing it down, you use this mark. It's called 顿号 in Chinese. 顿号, it's just like the comma in English, but you use it between, a list of nouns or words. 咖啡茶都可以。你星期三顿号星期四来都行。You can either come on Wednesday or Thursday. And when you're saying it, you can just put a pause between two words like 你星期三星期四来都行。So this is or 或者 but you don't have to say it in colloquial language. Okay, the next difference is sometimes you will see 还是 in a statement. That's because it's used inside a clause. And this clause is like a question, like this one. 我不记得是前年还是去年知道的这件事。I don't remember if it was last year or the year before last year. 前年 means the year before last year, and 去年 is last year. So I don't remember if I knew this or I found out about this in the year before last year or last year. Here, 还是, it's like a question. I don't remember if this year or that year, but it's inside a clause and it's in a statement. Here we use 还是, even though it's a statement. Another example. 我想弄清楚这是一个事实还是假象。事实 is a fact. 假象 is like illusion or something that's not true. 我想弄清楚。弄清楚 means to find out or to figure out. I'd like to find out if this is the truth or an illusion. Here, 还是. It's either or, but it's in a question-like clause. It's in a statement. We still use 还是. So to recap, if you see a question, most likely you will use 还是. And if you see a statement, we often use 或者. But sometimes you don't need to use 或者 when you're speaking casually. You can just pause or use 顿号 in writing. And when you see a long sentence and there's a clause and it's like a question, you use 还是 even though it's a statement. Okay, now it's quiz time. Let's look at the following sentence and question to see whether we're going to use 还是 or 或者. So the first one, 中秋节是20号 blank 21号 and question mark. 中秋节 is Mid-Autumn Day. It's a very big and traditional Chinese festival. This festival, 中秋节, usually happens in September, in the middle of the autumn. So 中秋节 is on the 20th or the 21st. It's a simple question and you see a question mark there. So we use 还是 in a question. Okay, the second one. 蓝色空格紫色都很适合你. It's a sentence, it's a statement. It's very simple, and so we know most likely we're going to use 或者, but let's find out what that means, the sentence means. 蓝色 blue, 紫色 purple, 都很适合你. They both fit you. They both suit you well. So 蓝色或者紫色都很适合你. Okay, let's move on to the third one. 你觉得华为的手机好用？空格，苹果的手机好用。First, 你觉得 you think. And 华为的手机，华为 is a Chinese brand, a very popular Chinese brand for a cell phone. So 华为的手机 is Huawei's cell phone. And here, 苹果的手机，苹果 Apple. So 苹果的手机 is Apple cell phone. And 好用 here is an adjective meaning good to use or easy to use. So it means, do you think Huawei's phone is better to use, or do you like Apple's phone better? So it's a simple question and we use 还是. Okay, the fourth one. 我们周末可以去公园，空格可以去水族馆. You will notice that they are not exactly words. These are two phrases or two sentences. To put them together, to link them together, we can also use 或者 and 还是. But here, because it's, 句号, it's a statement, so we use 或者. So this weekend, 周末, we can either go to the park or we can go to the aquarium, 水族馆. We can also omit that. We don't have to say anything, just leave it blank. 我们周末可以去公园，可以去水族馆. Like this one, we can say 蓝色或者紫色都很适合你, or we don't have to say anything. 蓝色、紫色都很适合你. Okay, the last one. 我告诉过你，他是英国人，空格，澳大利亚人，只是你又忘了. Here it's a complicated long sentence, long statement, but there is a choice between inside the sentence. So here, question-like clause, we use 还是. To translate this complicated sentence, I have told you, 我告诉过你，他是英国人, he's British, or 澳大利亚人, Australian. 只是你又忘了, it's just you forgot again. I have told you if he's British or Australian, it's just you forget it again, you forgot it again. So today we have learned the difference between 还是 and 或者. If you like this lesson, please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next lesson. 我们下期课再见. Bye bye.
Want to speak real Chinese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ChineseClass101.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I answer most of your common Chinese questions. The question for this lesson is, do Chinese use AM and PM when talking about time? The answer is no. Even though there are people in China, mostly well-educated people, who would know what AM and PM mean, Most Chinese don't use AM and PM. In formal situations, for example on a train schedule, you'll often see the 24-hour format for time, such as 0730, 2120. In spoken language, people often use 上午, 下午, 早上, and 晚上 to be specific. 上午 means morning, 下午 is afternoon, 早上 is early morning, and finally 晚上 is night. So to say 10 a.m. in spoken language, we usually say 上午10点. To say 3 p.m., we use 下午3点. Generally speaking, if it's before 9 a.m., you can say 早上7点, 7 a.m., because it's still early in the morning. If it's after 6 p.m., you can say 晚上7点, 7 p.m., because it's late evening. If the time is between 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., we use 中午, which means noon. Let's see how we say the following times. 6:20 a.m. 早上6点20 9:30 a.m. 上午9点30 or 上午9点半 半 here means half. 12 p.m. 中午12点 1:30 p.m. 下午1点30 or 下午1点半 10:25 p.m. 晚上10点25 And do you remember how to ask about time? You can say 现在几点了? What time is it now? 明天几点开会? What time is the meeting tomorrow? 我们后天什么时候见面? When are we going to meet the day after tomorrow? Now it's time for us to say goodbye, or in Chinese, 现在到了我们说再见的时间了. How was it? Pretty interesting, right? Do you have any more questions? Leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. 我们下期再见. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.
You are aboard an express train where you're about to arrive at your next destination. Suddenly, the train slows and comes to an unexpected stop clearly short of the station. There are no instructions from the conductor. Concerned, you pick up and read the emergency instructions pamphlet aboard the train. According to the pamphlet, what should you do in this situation? According to the pamphlet, what should you do in this situation? The pamphlet says that you should not attempt to exit the train because the train tracks are electrified. Instead, you should stay seated and wait for help to arrive.
不要离开座位，等待工作人员帮助。
Hi, my name is Ray. Welcome to Chinese Top Words. Today we are going to cover top 10 phrases your parents will always say. 小心, be careful. The first one, 小心, be careful. Yeah, I think my parents always say that when I was a kid. 小心, be careful. Or when I go abroad to study. Yeah, they always say that in the phone. Like 小心, 别吵了. Be quiet. 别吵了. Be quiet. 要乖, be good. 要乖, be good. At my age now, my parents do not say it to me anymore. It's more like words to say to younger kids. 快去写作业. Go do your homework. 快去写作业. Go do your homework. Yeah, this is often, I often heard that. I heard it every day, maybe, in my school days. Actually, I feel in China, you say 快去, 快去. 快去 is quick. 去 is go to do something. Like Chinese are more impatient, maybe. I don't know, but we say that often. Like 快去洗澡. Go do take shower. 快去吃饭. Go have dinner. Is like push you to do something fast. 快去睡觉去 go to bed. 睡觉去 go to bed. Don't watch TV anymore. Go to bed. 不要再看电视了，快去睡觉去。我数3下 I'm going to count to 3. 我数3下 I'm going to count to 3. This is very old saying. I'm not sure if modern Chinese parents are still doing that. Maybe to small kids, not to me. 好了 Okay, that's it. 好了 Okay, that's it. That's why, I think you can use it in your fighting with your date. Like you want to close a discussion, you want to close a fight. You will say, oh, okay, 好了 Okay, that's it. It's my fault. Okay, that's it. 好了 It's your fault. Okay, I'm sorry. 好了 It's my fault. It's like that. 你说什么? What did you say? 你说什么? What did you say? As a kid, if I said something really bad, I intentionally say something bad, intentionally make my parents angry. Like, I don't want to study maths, I don't like maths, so what? It's like that kind of disrespectful words, and my parents will get so mad, and they will say, what did you say? 你说什么? They feel surprised that I will say something I already know bad. So they will ask me to repeat it, and at that time I will be silent. Of course, I'm not gonna say it again. 你这孩子怎么这么不听话? Why do you have to be a bad kid that never listens? 你这孩子怎么这么不听话? Why do you have to be a bad kid that never listens? Yeah, this is often said in China. What? Yes. Even now, I heard it sometimes from my parents. If I don't do something that they wish or suggest, which is socially considered as good, but I don't do it, they will say, oh, why do you have to be a bad kid that never listens? 把电视关了. Turn the TV off now. 把电视关了. Turn the TV off now. 把电视关了. Yeah, I heard it often. I love to watch TV from my childhood until now. Yeah, that's why I heard it often from my parents. Thank you for watching today's Chinese Top Words. Let us know what your parents always say to you. I will check it in our comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hi everyone, welcome to Chinese Whiteboard Lessons. I'm Inru. Today we're going to compare two more similar words. They can both mean can or be able to. They are 能 and 会. So they can be very confusing because the difference between them are actually very subtle. Before we get into today's lesson, let's see how you would say this sentence in Chinese. You cannot watch TV now. Would you say 你现在不能看电视 or 你现在不会看电视? Right, the correct way of saying it is actually 你现在不能看电视. We don't say 你现在不会看电视. And why is that? First, 能. Well, when you say 能, you usually mean you can do or cannot do because of circumstances. Let's look at some examples. 这是个秘密，我不能告诉你. This is a secret. I cannot tell you. Because 这是个秘密, because this is a secret, so I cannot tell you. So this is the circumstance. This is the condition. Why and cannot tell you. 我不能告诉你. 第二个, second one. 我嗓子疼，不能说太多话。我嗓子疼，嗓子 is here, throat. Or you can say 喉咙 is also throat. 我嗓子疼, my throat hurts. I cannot talk too much. 说太多话 is talk too much. I cannot talk too much because my throat hurts. So this is the condition here. That's why I cannot. 我不能说太多话。第三个 the third one. 夏天一到，我们就能去游泳啦。夏天一到 means as soon as summer arrives, as soon as summer is here, we can go swimming. 去游泳 go swimming. So we have to wait till summer is here, then we can go swimming. And here notice we use the la at the end of sentence as an exclamation word. We use this word to express excitement or happiness. 我们能去游泳了, yay! We can go swimming. We're so happy we can go swimming, so we use this to express the happy emotion. Alright, this is 能. On the other hand, when we use 会, we imply that we can do something through learning. You probably have been saying this, or you will be saying this a lot. 我会说一点中文. I can speak a little bit Chinese. I can speak Chinese because I learned, even though I know a little bit. You have to learn to speak Chinese, so we say 我会说中文 or 我会说一点中文。我还是不会用这个软件。这个软件 is the software. 不会 don't know how. Still don't know 还是 still. I still don't know how to use this software. We use 不会 because we don't know how. We gotta learn how to do it. So we use 不会 or 会。下面一个 the next one. 这个3岁的小姑娘不仅会数数，还会认字。Okay, we have 2会 here. 不仅会，还会 means not only can but also can. And 数数, well, they look the same. Actually, they are the same characters, but they have different pronunciations. 数 is a verb here. It's a third tone. Down and up. 数 is to count. It's a verb. And 数 is a noun, means number. To count number. 数数 to count. And 认字 字 is character, Chinese character. And 认 is to recognize. So this 认字 means to read. So this 3-year-old girl can not only count, but also can read. 不仅会，还会，不仅会数数，还会认字。So we have to learn it to be able to do something. That's when we use 会. And 能 can be used as an auxiliary verb. It's just like a modal verb in English, and usually it's used to ask permission, such as 你能给我看一下吗? Can you let me take a look? 看一下. Could you show me? And when you're asking someone to do something, we usually use 能 or 可以, but here 能 has the same meaning. But we don't use 会 here. 你会给我看一下吗? That's not right, because 会 is not an auxiliary verb like 能. And 我能试一试这双鞋吗? 试一试 to try. 试一试这双鞋. This pair of shoes. So notice that we use 双 in front of 鞋 because there are 2 shoes and it's a pair. 这双鞋, this pair of shoes. Can I try this pair of shoes? Can I do something? 我能 and we don't use 我会试一试这双鞋吗? That's weird. And third one, 这里不能吸烟. Here cannot smoke, or we cannot smoke here. Smoking is not allowed here. 不能 cannot do something. 不能. Even though we cannot use 会 in this circumstance or in this condition, but 会 has something that 能 cannot do either. So 会 can be used in future tense, meaning be going to. Like 爸爸今晚会回家吃饭吗? Is Dad going to be home and eat tonight? 会回家吃饭. He is going to come home and eat. 会 means be going to here. The next one, 下个月我们部门的经理会去总部开会. Let me translate this. 下个月 next month, 我们部门的经理 means manager. 我们部门的 in our department. 去总部开会 go to the headquarters to have a meeting or have a conference. 会去 he is going to have a meeting. That's the plan that's going to happen in the future. So we use 会 here. Well, let's look at another one. 别着急，到时候我会告诉你的。我会告诉你 I will tell you. 到时候 when it's time. So no hurry, no rush. When it's time, when the time comes, I will tell you. So it's in the future. I'm going to tell you. So that's 会 used in future tense. All right. Now let's look at some exercises to see if we get this. We got this right. First one. 我没听清，你能 or 你会再说一遍吗？我没听清。I didn't hear you clearly. I didn't hear you well. Can you say it again? It is asking someone if they could do it. So here we use 能。Will you say it again? Could you please say it again? 能，你能再说一遍吗？ And the second one, 按照这个网站的规定，一天只能还是只会登录一次。Let me do some translation first. 按照这个网站的规定，按照 according to this website 这个网站的规定 rule. So according to the rule of this website, 一天 one day and 只 only 登录一次 log on once. You can only log on once every day. That's the rule of this website. So this is the circumstance. So we use 能。一天只能登录一次。All right. 第三个 the third one. 这个字太难了，我还是不会写 or 不能写。You know, this character is too difficult. 太难了。I still don't know how. I have to learn to write it, but I still don't get it. I don't know how to write it. So 我不会写。第四个 the fourth one. 他只听了3遍就什么这首歌了。只听了3遍 only heard it 3 times. Then he can sing it. You know, after you hear it, then you can sing it. You kind of learn it. So it's 会。他只听了3遍就会唱这首歌了。And the last one. 明天什么下雨，我们不什么去踢足球了。足球 is soccer ball, and 踢足球 踢 is to kick. So when you want to say play soccer in Chinese, we say 踢足球 or 踢球。So tomorrow is going to rain, so it's going to here. And we cannot go play soccer because tomorrow is going to rain. It's the condition, it's the circumstance. So the first part is 明天会下雨. Tomorrow is going to rain. And that's why we cannot go play soccer. 我们不能去踢足球啦. So that's it. That's the difference between 能 and 会. Did you get it right? So if you like to learn more Chinese, check out our website at ChineseClass101.com to find more useful resources. Well, I'll see you in the next lesson. 我们下期课再见吧. Bye bye everyone. 再见.
You are at a train station platform where you are waiting for your train. There's a small pamphlet sitting on a display case about a new train that will be introduced next year. you decide to pick up and read the pamphlet. What is the main feature and the biggest advantage of the new train? What is the main feature and the biggest advantage of the new train? The main feature of the train is that it is propelled by magnetism. The biggest advantage is that it can reach twice the speeds of any train that runs on tracks.
列车由磁力驱动，可达到任何有轨列车2倍的速度。
Want to speak real Chinese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ChineseClass101.com.
Hi everybody, Yiru here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer most of your common Chinese questions. The question for this lesson is, what is the proper word order in a sentence? Unlike the pronunciation and writing system, sentence structure in Chinese is not as confusing and exotic. For most simple sentences, word order in Chinese is similar to that in English. Let's look at some basic SVO sentences, which are sentences with subject plus verb plus object word order. 我爱你, I love you. The subject is 我, the verb I, and the object 你, just like in English. 他吃面, he eats noodles. The subject is 他, the verb 吃, and the object 面. If you want to add a time phrase in a sentence, you usually put this phrase after subject. For example, 他星期二吃面. He eats noodles on Tuesdays. 我一直很爱你. I always love you. 你昨天晚上洗澡了吗? Did you take a shower last night? If you want to add a place in a sentence, like where someone does something, you also put it after the subject, before the verb. Let's see a couple of examples. 他在家吃面. He eats noodles at home. 我的好朋友在伦敦工作. My good friend works in London. What if we have a time and a place at the same time? Usually, we put time after the subject, then place, then verb, or verb plus object. For example, 我的好朋友去年在伦敦工作. My good friend worked in London last year. 他们上个星期六晚上在电影院看电影. They saw a movie at a movie theater last Saturday night. Of course, there are exceptions to the rules, and many times components are omitted in different cases, but the above word order is the basic foundation for sentence structure in Chinese. How was it? Pretty interesting, right? Do you have any more questions? Leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. 我们再见吧. Bye.
Hi, I'm Ray. Welcome to Chinese Top Words. Today we are going to cover top 10 tourist attractions in China. The first one is, of course, 长城 Great Wall. 中国有句俗话，不到长城非好汉. There is a saying in Chinese which goes like, He who does not reach the Great Wall is not a true man. I've never been to Great Wall, but I heard there are many people from all over the world. Maybe some Chinese learning foreigners are attracted by Great Wall because of this proverb. And this is the Chinese Great Wall is considered as one of the 7 wonders. So I think it should be fun and good to see the Chinese Great Wall for at least one time in your life. 颐和园 Summer Palace 颐和园曾经是皇室家族在北京的避暑之地。颐和园曾经是皇室家族在北京的避暑之地。The Summer Palace was once a place for the imperial family to escape from the summer heat in Beijing. 紫禁城 Forbidden City 紫禁城又称故宫，位于北京的中心。The Forbidden City, also called 故宫, is located at the center of Beijing. Actually, for this 紫禁城, if you literally translate it into English, it's actually purple forbidden city. I don't know why they make this word or omit the color of purple, which is 紫禁城. 紫 means purple, 禁 means forbidden, 城 means city. So 紫禁城, if you literally translate it into English, it should be purple forbidden city. 外滩 the Bund. 在外滩可以看到上海美丽的天际线。You can see the beautiful skyline of Shanghai at the Bund. The Bund is my favorite tourist attraction in China. And I have spent about 3 years in Shanghai. And Shanghai is also my favorite city in China for its open-mindedness and always fresh, always exciting every day. I love Shanghai so much. 豫园 Yu Garden 豫园的小笼包很有名，有机会可以尝尝。The soup dumpling in Yu Garden is very famous. You should try it if you get a chance. What do you call manju in English? Manju? Dumpling, yeah. Soup dumpling. Okay. I ever tried the soup dumpling in Yuyuan, and it's famous for its soup. Not for the filling or for the meat, but for the soup. So everybody was given a straw for tasting the soup only. The only thing you have to be careful is super hot, so be careful. 布达拉宫 Potala Palace 布达拉宫是位于西藏的佛教圣地。Potala Palace is a Buddhist attraction located in Tibet. My friend who went to Tibet said it's life-changing experience, and that was the first time he felt the sky was never that blue. Like that was the first time in his time to feel the pureness of heart and the closest ever he felt with the sky and the pureness of heart. 西湖 West Lake 杭州西湖有一种宁静的美。The West Lake of Hangzhou demonstrates the beauty of peacefulness. If you go to West Lake, you will see so many couples renting the boat and enjoy the scenery for the West Lake. And the boat rental service usually is reluctant to rent the boat to the single person, because if you row the boat and you're surrounded by so many couples, sometimes people commit suicide by that sadness of being single. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but rumor has it. 苏州园林 Suzhou Gardens 苏州园林是中国古代建筑的典型代表。Suzhou Gardens represents the most typical traditional architectures of ancient China. I've visited Suzhou Gardens before. It's very beautiful, but I regretted I didn't read enough or hire a tour guide while I'm visiting, because the way they design it always have a reason behind it, not only for the beautifulness, but there is a cultural meaning hidden in the design. So I would strongly recommend you to read some books, get some knowledge before, or just hire a tour guide to introduce the Suzhou Gardens for you. 九寨沟 九寨沟的湖多彩清澈。The lakes of 九寨沟 have lots of colors and are crystal clear. But it's not always like that. So I think it depends on the timing. So if you're lucky in love, you will see lots of colors and a crystal clear, beautiful scenery. But I heard the 九寨沟 scenery depends on the timing. If you're lucky in love, you will see the lakes of 九寨沟 have lots of different colors and are very beautiful. So good luck. 成都大熊猫繁殖研究基地，成都 research base of giant panda breeding。你喜欢大熊猫的话，就一定不能错过成都大熊猫繁殖研究基地。If you like giant pandas, you shouldn't miss the Chengdu research base of giant panda breedings. Thank you for watching Chinese Top Words today, and let us know which is your favorite Chinese tourist attraction and why. Please subscribe to our ChineseClass11.com, and I will see you next time. Bye. Of giant panda breeding. No, and I don't want to go there. So many people. Hi everybody, I'm Ray from ChineseClass11.com. Do you know how to say bye in Chinese? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 parting expressions in Chinese. Let's start with the easiest one. 再见,再见. This means see you later in Chinese. The phrase 再见 literally means again meet. Both 在 and 见 are in the fourth tone, the falling tone. 再见. If you know when you're going to meet the person again, for example, tomorrow, you can use this phrase, 明天见,明天见. This means see you tomorrow. You can simply add the word related to the time at the beginning to mean when you are going to see the person again. For example, this one has 明, which is from the word 明天, tomorrow. If you want to say bye at night, here's a phrase for you. 晚安,晚安. It means good night in Chinese. In Chinese, 晚安, meaning good night, is used as a final parting phrase at night, before going to bed. This is a common phrase used before turning in for the night. Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what you've learned. Listen to the phrases and repeat after me. See you later. 再见. See you tomorrow. 明天见. Good night. 晚安.晚安. Well done. Here's a fun fact. When saying goodbye, it's natural for the host of a dinner or get-together to make time to see you off. In fact, it would not be surprising for the host to watch you drive off into the night. Chinese etiquette dictates that it is the host's responsibility to accompany each guest to the door at the end of the festivities. You just learned how to say bye in 3 different ways in Chinese. See you soon! 再见! 午安晚安晚安.
Hi everybody, welcome to Chinese Whiteboard Lessons. I'm Yinru. Today we're going to compare 2 words that can both mean just now. They are gang and 刚才, well, just one word difference. One has this 才 and one doesn't. So how do we tell them apart? Before we start, I'd like to point out their different categories or their different parts of speech, or we can say their word classes are different. For 刚, it's an adverb, which is used to describe verbs or actions. 刚才 is a noun. It's just like other noun phrase like 昨天, yesterday, 现在, now, or next week, 下个星期. It's a noun that's used to describe time being just now. Because there are different word classes, we put them in the different parts of a sentence. For 刚, it's an adverb, so we put it in front of or before a verb or a verb plus object. So we have subject, 刚, and then verb. For example, 我刚到. Very simple, very clear. 我 being the subject, and 刚到. 到 is a verb meaning get here or arrive. I just arrived, I just got here. Subject, 刚, verb. And second one, still subject, 刚, and it's a verb phrase meaning 吃完饭 means finished eating. I just finished eating. That's where you want to put 刚. And for 刚才, because it's a noun, it's a time phrase, or it's a time noun, you can either put it after the subject or before the subject. So 我刚才吃过了. 吃过了 means have eaten or ate. I just now ate. Subject 刚才 and verb. Or we can switch them. We can say 刚才我吃过了. 这样也可以. This also works. Here 刚才 is before the subject. 刚才我去找你了. Just now I went to look for you. Or you can say 我刚才去找你了. I went to look for you just now. 刚才 can be before or after the subject. So that's the difference in the sentence order. The second difference lies in their emphasis on the meaning. Because 刚 is an adverb, it emphasizes on a degree. It can not only be used to refer to time, but also can be used to refer to the size, the amount just being just right, or something just fits. Let's look at some examples. First one, 我刚出门就下雨了. 刚出门. Just as I got outside, it started raining. So the first one still is used in time. I just got outside, it started raining. The second one, let's see what it means. 这个房间刚能放下我的书桌. 这个房间, this room, 刚能放下我的书桌 means can put in my desk. So the whole sentence means this room can just fit my desk. Or I can just put my desk in this room. Or this room is just big enough for my desk. So it means this room just fits. Or my desk just fits this room. 第三个，他刚过分数线。分数线, 分数 is score and 线 is a line. So that's the passing line. She just passed that line. Just past that line. It's a degree. Her score is just enough to pass the line. So this is 刚, whereas 刚才, it's a noun and it means moments ago or just now. So it emphasizes on the time being just a little while ago. So we have 我刚才检查过了. 检查过了 means I have checked. So just now I have checked. I checked just now. So it's the time being a little bit ago. 我刚才检查过了. And the second one, 刚才 just now. 张总来过我们办公室. 张总 is the subject. Here, 总 总 is something you use a lot in the business field. You put 总, meaning general, after a person's family name. So 总 can be used to call your CEO or manager or the head of the department. Anything that's anybody who's in charge can be 总. 张总 is Mr. Zhang or Manager Zhang or Mrs. Zhang. And he has come to our office just now. 刚才张总来过我们办公室。第三个，你们刚才去哪儿啦？去哪儿啦 ？Where did you guys go just now？ 刚才去哪啦 ？So the noun 刚才 emphasizes on the time being a little while ago. Okay, the next part I like to point out a very commonly used sentence pattern, which is 刚什么什么就什么什么。It means as soon as something happens, another thing happens. So when 刚 and 就 go together, and they often go together, it means as soon as. Example, 你刚到，他就走了。You just arrived, he left. So as soon as you arrived, he left. 刚就。And second one, 我刚把包放下，电话就响了。把包放下 put down my bag. As soon as I put down my bag, the phone rang. Okay, the next one, 我们刚学完这个句型，你就忘了。学完这个句型 like this is a 句型 a sentence pattern. As soon as we finished learning this sentence pattern, you forgot. That is not something I want to hear. So please everybody remember this 句型，刚什么什么就什么什么。So these are the differences between 刚 and 刚才. Now let's look at more examples in the quiz section. Would you use 刚 or 刚才？什么 or 空格 means blank space. 空格你说什么 Okay, 你 is the subject. And this blank is before the subject. We can't use 刚 because 刚 goes after subject, so we use 刚才。刚才你说什么 What did you say? What did you just say? Or what were you saying? It's a very common phrase in everyday language. You will use it a lot. 你刚才说什么？第二个，我什么想给你打电话，就碰见你了。想给你打电话 wanted to call you, and then I ran into you. And here's 就，刚什么什么就什么什么。They go together. So 我刚想给你打电话，就碰见你了。I was just thinking about calling you, and then I ran into you. So 刚 works better here. The next sentence is also about calling. 什么我给你打电话了 So subject and before the subject is the blank. So 刚才 can go before subject. This means I called you just now. Okay? And 第四个 it's a conversation. 是一段对话 It's a dialogue. A says, A 说你什么时候到的 And B 说我什么到不久 Okay, 到 get here and 不久 not too long ago. So A says when did you get here and B says I just got here not too long ago. Well, would you use 刚 or 刚才? Here I would tell you that 刚 works better here because 刚到不久 is a phrase that's almost like an idiom. You say 刚到不久 instead of 刚才到不久. It's just 刚才 we don't say 刚才到不久刚到不久 just you can remember this as a phrase or as an idiom 刚到不久 got here not too long ago. If you want to use 刚才 here, you can say 我刚才到的我刚才到的 and 我刚到不久. All right, this is something you can memorize. You want to memorize this. 我刚到不久. I got here not too long ago. The fifth one. 刚才还什么合适，现在怎么就多了两个？ We see two time nouns here. One is 刚才 and the other one is 现在. Just now and now. And here 合适 means fits. And here 怎么就多了两个？ How come there's two more? So just now it worked or it fit just now. But how come there's two more? 刚合适 meaning it fits just right. Just now it was the right number. How come now there's two more? So that's the end of our lesson, the difference between 刚 and 刚才. If you have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. So I will see you in the next lesson. 我们下期课再见吧. Bye bye.
Want to speak real Chinese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ChineseClass101.com.
Hi, welcome to Chinese Top Words. Today we are going to talk about top 10 phrases tourists should never use. Never use. 好恶心, that's disgusting. 好恶心, that's disgusting. I ever read an article about maybe 10 most disgusting food in the world. The top one is a black egg in China. Actually, I like it. Actually, we eat it as a cold appetizer, so before the main course. So if you look at it, oh, 好恶心, it looks 好恶心, 看起来好恶心, it's really disrespectful for your friends because it's very traditional Chinese food and usually Chinese like it. Don't judge its food by its cover. 我们国家比这里好多了. My country is better. 我们国家比这里好多了. My country is better. Do not compare your country with China or with other countries easily because there's not really a common or correct standard for saying one country is good, another country is bad, this culture is good, this culture is bad. Do not be so judgmental. 我宁愿回家. I'd rather be back home. 我宁愿回家. I'd rather be back home. 宁愿 feels like, I don't like be here. I want to go home. So it sounds you don't want to spend time here. You don't like the people around here. You don't enjoy the time with your friends or the place or the environment. It sounds negative. 我来错地方了. I picked the wrong place to visit. 我来错地方了. I picked the wrong place to visit. 错 means mistake in China. 来错 is like, I make a mistake. I shouldn't be here. 错 is always negative because it means mistake. 我对你们的文化不感兴趣. I'm not very interested in your culture. 我对你们的文化不感兴趣. I'm not very interested in your culture. I think it's always good to be open to other cultures, to learn more and to be more open-minded. And you will enjoy the fun part and you'll be less judgmental. By having an open attitude for a lot of cultures, you will see clearer. You will have another perspective for your own culture. It's actually a very fun thing to do. 这些人看起来好奇怪. These people look strange. 这些人看起来好奇怪. These people look strange. 这些人看起来好奇怪. 奇怪 means weird, strange. It sounds like they shouldn't look the way they look. So, it sounds like you do not like the way they look. 还是去吃麦当劳吧. Let's just eat at McDonald's. 还是去吃麦当劳吧. Let's just eat at McDonald's. It sounds like, oh, I give up. I like trying so many restaurants. I don't like any of them all. I don't like anything here. Let's just eat at McDonald's. Let's just get it over with. I give up for trying the food in China. But actually, I feel McDonald's is different in every country. Yeah, even ordering the same thing, you will get different sauce or it will taste different. So maybe trying the local McDonald's is not bad. 这也太难吃了吧 This tastes awful. 这也太难吃了吧 This tastes awful. 难 Literally, it means difficult. 吃 means eat. So 难吃 literally means it's difficult to eat. It's a very negative word toward the food. 他们说的话好难听 Their language sounds awful. 他们说的话好难听 Their language sounds awful. 难 means difficult, like what I just said. 听 means listen. So it's not comfortable for my ears. So it means it sounds awful. 我再也不要来这里了 I will not come back here again. 我再也不要来这里了 I will not come back here again. It implies that you had such a bad experience here and you don't want to come here again. Like instead, you should say, I want to come here again. 我想再来这里 Like, I will recommend to my friends. 我会推荐给我朋友 Recommend, 推荐 Thank you for watching today's Chinese Top Words. I hope you learned something useful and practical for Chinese learning. And don't forget to subscribe ChineseClass101.com. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Hi everybody, Yiru here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer most of your common Chinese questions. The question for this lesson is, what are the taboos I need to be careful of in Chinese culture? The biggest taboo in Chinese culture would be to mention the word death, 死, or anything related to it, especially on happy occasions such as New Year, 新年, wedding, 婚礼, or birthday. In China, people hate the word 死 so much that they even hate the number 4, 四, which sounds the same as 死, but has a different tone. Hospitals sometimes don't even have a 4th floor, 4楼. Apparently, nobody wants to go to that floor. When choosing their lucky date, 良辰吉日, to get married, couples will avoid dates with the number 4, such as the 4th day in lunar calendar, or 农历初四. On the other hand, the number 6, 六, 8, 八, 9, 九 are considered lucky numbers in Chinese culture. There are other taboos which are relatively minor. For example, you don't want to wear a green hat because it means that your wife or partner is cheating on you. You don't want to stand your chopsticks up in a bowl because bowls with chopsticks stuck in them are for the deceased. You don't want to share a pear, 梨, because to share a pear is 分离, which has the same pronunciation as 分离, to separate or to part ways. When giving gifts, try to avoid giving umbrellas, 伞, and 钟, clock, because the pronunciation of 伞 is close to 散, which also means to split, or to part ways. The pronunciation of 钟 is the same as 钟, and 送钟 means to see a deceased person for the last time before they get buried. So to review, let's make a list of all the do's and don'ts we just talked about. 不要说死 Don't say death. 不要戴绿帽子 Don't wear a green hat. 不要把筷子插进碗里 Don't stand chopsticks up in a bowl. 不要分离 Don't share a pear. 不要送伞不要送钟 Don't give umbrellas and clocks as gifts. How was this lesson? Are there any similar taboos in your culture? Let us know in the comments below and we'll see you next time. 下期再见. Bye!
You just got off the train at the closest station to your friend's new house, where he's invited you to a party. Which exit should you use to get to your friend's new house? Which exit should you use to get to your friend's new house? Although the east exit would have normally been the closest exit, it's currently under construction, so you should take the south exit instead.
走南出口。
Hi, welcome to Chinese Top Words. Today we're going to talk about 10 ways to say hello in Chinese. Hello. Let's get started. Hi. 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 I think this is just a literal translation from the English. Hi. We created this character for hi. This character is only for this meaning. This is a very casual one. 你好. Hello. 你好. Hello. 你好. This is the most commonly used way of saying hello in Chinese. If it's a little more formal for the people who are higher than you in status, you can use 你 with 您, 您好. For your teacher, for your professor, for your boss, for your client, you can say 您好. 好久不见. Long time no see. 好久不见. Long time no see. 好久不见. If you took a vacation from your company and come back in 1 month and see your colleague again, you can say, 好久不见. 好久不见. Long time no see. How have you been? 还好吗? How is your job going? 工作还好吗? 最近怎么样? How have you been? How have you been? 最近怎么样? 最近 is recently, recent. 怎么样? How? You can use 怎么样 for many things. How's your food? 你吃的怎么样? 你的食物怎么样? How's your job? 你的工作怎么样? 怎么样 means how in English. 你好吗? How are you? 你好吗? How are you? 你好吗? This is very general of saying hello, of asking how is one person doing recently, or generally. Yeah, even you see each other every day, you can say, 你好吗? 早上好. Good morning. 早上好. Good morning. 早上好. Good morning. Or you can use a shortened term. You can say, 早. 早. If you say 早啊, it means good morning too. 晚上好. Good evening. 晚上好. Good evening. If you're saying goodbye to somebody after dinner, you can say good night. 晚安. 晚安. Good night. 吃了吗? Have you eaten? 吃了吗? Have you eaten? 吃了吗? I think it's a more realistic way, more common way of saying hello. If you really want to sound like Chinese instead of foreigner, you will use this term for saying hello. You do not actually have to answer it seriously. For example, even you see your friend is eating, you can still ask, have you eaten? Even you know he is eating, you can say, have you eaten? It's like, how are you? What's up? So it's a more Chinese way of saying hello. 在忙吗? Are you busy? 在忙吗? Are you busy? 忙 means busy. Are you busy? 在忙吗? It's like, do you have a minute to talk? I have something to ask. It's like a polite way of asking somebody's favor, or you want to talk with somebody and you asking about your availability. 咱们又见面了. Good to see you again. 咱们又见面了. 咱们又见面了. Good to see you again. 咱们 means we. 见面 means meet up. But 咱们 is a little... we do not use it in my hometown. We more often say it 我们. 咱们 is a more casual way, maybe, of saying 我们. Usually, we say 我们 more frequently. So 我们 means we. Thank you for watching today's Chinese Top Words. I hope you learned more ways of greeting people in Chinese. Don't forget to subscribe to ChineseClass101.com. I will see you next time. Bye. You can just say 吃了吃了 even you haven't eaten anything. It's like good. Yeah. 吃了吗? Yeah, it's like saying hello.
So if I say 吃了吗, what would you say?
So 吃了吃了 你吃了吗? It's very Chinese way. So my foreign teacher in my college, called university, feels so weird because he's eating in cafeteria. His student come here. Have you eaten yet?
Oh, in English.
In English. Yeah, because they do not have this concept. So my foreign teacher, I am eating. What are you asking?
Hi everybody, Andrew here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer most your common Chinese questions. The question for this lesson is, do Chinese people celebrate Christmas? Traditionally, people in China don't celebrate Christmas. As you know, Christmas is a Christian holiday, while the majority of religious people in China are Buddhists. However, under the influence of globalization, Chinese people are more aware of this Western holiday. Christmas in Chinese is 圣诞节, which literally means Holy Saint or God-born festival. 圣诞节 is now highly commercialized by businesses to make money. During Christmas time, shopping malls or 商场 often have big discounts called 打折. They also have sales or 促销 to attract shoppers, even though people aren't really shopping for Christmas presents. Most people who celebrate, either by going shopping or going to a party, simply enjoy the holiday atmosphere and the taste of a different culture. Chinese New Year or Spring Festival, 春节 in Chinese, on the other hand, will be the counterpart of Western Christmas in China. It's the biggest holiday of all, when families get together, enjoy a big feast, and celebrate the coming of a new year. Instead of decorating Christmas trees, Chinese people decorate their house with red things. They put up red paper cuts called 剪纸 on the windows and a big upside-down character 福, which means bliss and fortune, on the front door. They also hang up red lanterns or 灯笼 and other items. Instead of exchanging presents, children get a 红包, which is a red envelope with money in it. And of course, there's food. 饺子 dumplings, 鸡 chickens, 鸭 ducks, 鱼 fish are common New Year dishes. People usually get 7 days off to celebrate 春节. Each day they visit different members of the family, giving each other New Year wishes and eating together. How was this lesson? Tell us about your holiday experience. It could be Christmas, Chinese New Year, or any special holiday in your country. We look forward to hearing from you. That's it for today. 今天我们就到这里, and we'll see you next time. 下次再见.
You are at a train station where you're heading to the Lost and Found office to retrieve a lost passport. According to an email you received from the train company, what things do you need to provide to the staff? What things do you need to provide to the staff? The email says that you need to present proof of identification and to pay a small fee.
身份证件少量费用。
Welcome to Chinese Top Words. My name is Ray. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 most common tourist vocabulary in Chinese. Let's get started. 票 ticket 票 ticket 一张门票多少钱? How much is one ticket? 票 it's a general term for ticket. You can say 车票 ticket for train or bus. 车 means vehicles. Or 飞机票 airplane ticket. 门票 the 门票 can be used for museum or the zoo. Anything for that is 门票 ticket. 游客 tourist. 游客 tourist. 这里的外国游客很多。There are lots of foreign tourists here. 行程 itinerary. 行程 itinerary. 我们今天的行程是怎样的？ What's our itinerary like today? I usually do not like the itinerary arranged by Chinese travel agency. They usually send you to the place where are packed of a lot of tourists. Recently, there was some fresh startup in travel agencies, and they do arrange some very interesting itinerary for tourists, and they will introduce you the local people. So it's quite fun and fresh, so different from before. 旅游巴士 tour bus. 旅游巴士 tour bus. 我们的旅游巴士停在2号停车场。Our tour bus is parked at the number 2 parking lot. 酒店 hotel. 酒店 hotel. 我们的酒店有洗衣服务吗？ Does our hotel have a laundry service? 酒 actually means alcohol. 店 means shop. So some foreigners are confused. Literally, it means a shop which sells alcohol, but actually it means hotel. I think personally, maybe before in ancient China, they have alcohol on the first floor and they will sleep on the second floor. So by the time people will refer the place which sell alcohol also a place for living. So 酒店 means hotel. 寺院 temple. 寺院 temple. 这是一座很有名的佛教寺院。This is a famous Buddhist temple. There are many Buddhist temples in China, but you don't have to only focus on the famous one. You can go to a very small one, Buddhist temple. You will have different discovery, interesting experience too. 山 mountain. 山 mountain. 泰山是中国的名山。Tai Mountain is a well-known mountain in China. I've never been to Tai Mountain, but I live quite close to another famous mountain in China, which is called Huangshan. Huang means yellow, so the yellow mountain, Huangshan. I strongly recommend it. This is the most famous one for the beautiful scenery. In Huangshan, you will see so many different stones, which looks like people or animal, or even a story like two people are playing chess and they are naturally made, not like artificial made. It's a very interesting and unique experience. 瀑布 waterfall. 瀑布 waterfall. 位于贵州的黄果树瀑布是中国最大的瀑布。The 黄果树 waterfall is the biggest waterfall in China. 宫殿 palace. 宫殿 palace. 这座宫殿有很长的历史。This palace has a long history. 导游 guide. 导游 guide. 我们的导游是一位20来岁的小姑娘。Our tour guide is a girl in her 20s. 小姑娘 literally means a little girl, but you can also refer it to woman in her 20s. 小姑娘, it sounds close and intimate. Sounds lovely. Thank you for watching today's Chinese top words, and I hope you remember some useful words for visiting China in the future. And I will see you next time. Bye!